Welcome, my name is Jayne Zehngut. I'm the owner of LA Art Exchange in Santa Monica, California, and I'm also the co-author of the book Capon, An Artist's Blood Oath. I'd love to show you around my business and what was the inspiration for the novel. So this area is our design area. Clients come in and they bring their artwork, and we help them select a frame and a mat that's appropriate with that particular style of artwork. We have leather wrapped frames that come from Peru. We have gilded gold 24 karat frames, silver leaf frame in a particular width in a particular style. We're the experts and we want to be able to help you pick out exactly what's the right style for you. Next to me is a piece of artwork by Andy An Ha, a Vietnamese artist who was my inspiration for the novel. One day we were having an exhibit of his art, and I noticed the red signature or chop mark at the bottom. Typically in any Asian artwork, the chop mark is red. Sometimes it's just a small square, and as Andy has here, it's a larger square. But usually it's the signature of the artist, which is stamped onto the artwork. One day as I was looking at the piece, I said, well, gee, they always use red ink, and forgery is such a big part of the art world these days. So I thought, what if the artist mixed a little blood of his blood with that red paint and put it on the piece? That way his DNA would be on the artwork and less likely to be forged. So that was the concept behind the novel Capon, An Artist's Blood Oath. I'd like to demonstrate the concept behind the red chop signature mark. Although this is not an actual chop that I had in mind for the book, it does represent a demonstration. So the chop mark, which is in the book made out of soapstone, usually has the characters of the artist's last name or full name, and it is stamped in paint. The concept is the stamp is dipped in the paint, which in the book, of course, is mixed with the blood, and stamped onto the actual piece of artwork, and then permanently the DNA from the artist is on that piece of artwork. You can see on the cover of my book that there is a chop mark right in this area. This is our production area. This is where the magic happens, where we take what we've designed in our gallery showroom space and manufacture, put it together, and have a complete product for our customers to pick up. This is called a fabric covered mat. So it is a piece of fabric and then a blank board is cut. Marvin has applied the adhesive to the mat, and now he's going to apply the fabric. This particular fabric he's working with today is a silk, so it's a little bit more difficult. He will arrange it and get it perfectly situated. So then he's going to take the inside and he's going to cut open the mat, the fabric, in each corner, and then he will slowly start to pull back that fabric so it's wrapped nice and tight around the bevel of the mat. Once it's applied, he will put it into a press for some heat process, and the heat will either further apply the adhesive to the fabric, so it's a seamless process. And while he's doing that, I wanted to talk a little bit about the inspiration for the area, Topanga Canyon, that is throughout the book. I live in the San Fernando Valley, and I drive to Santa Monica every day and then home every night. I've done that for about 40 years. Topanga Canyon is a beautiful major artery to get from the west side of town into the San Fernando Valley. It's very curvy, very mountainous, and as I was driving through one morning, I thought this would be the perfect place for a murder, and accidents happen all the time. This is the room that does the actual production of the frames. And this is Eduardo. He's going to be cutting the frame, and then he will show us the method to join. In the novel, the protagonist, Hercule, has a beautiful art collection that were done by her mother, her great-grandmother and grandmother, and herself. And we talk about the way that the art is beautifully framed in her home. So this will give you a little insight into what goes into actually creating the framing of beautiful pieces of artwork. As Eduardo is finishing the frame, he mixes the paint and the putty to put into the corners of the frame to make it as seamless as possible. So he is an artist in his own right and has to be very knowledgeable about which colors mix together so that they match perfectly in the corners of the frame. I thought I'd talk a little bit about the cover of Capon, An Artist's Blood Oath. The cover was designed by Kieran Robertson with Lovejoy Design. What we tried to create was a Japanese feel without being truly Japanese. The name of the main character, or actually the character who is killed in the book, is Deiki. His name means grand tree in Japanese. So we thought we would incorporate maybe some branches of the tree and reveal the ending of the book, but the flower is in the book, and that also has something to do with the murder mystery. And we wanted to design something that was really a piece of artwork in its own. So I think we accomplished that with the cover of Capon, An Artist's Blood Oath. Thank you for joining me today and taking a behind-the-scenes look at LA Art Exchange and the inspiration behind Capon, An Artist's Blood Oath. I also want to give a shout out and a thank you to Cindy and to Neville Johnson for being my publishers. Thank you for joining me today. See you next time at LA Art Exchange.